Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Your host for tonight has worked professionally as an entertainer for 3 decades with credits in stage, television, and radio, as MC, announcer, featured singer, director, and actor in over 200 stage productions. He most recently completed a 1-week, 6-performance run of his one-man Cole Porter show, Cole Hearted. He is the host of Radio Limelight, All Things Great American Songbook, and Big Band Sunday Night, Sundays from 7 p.m. to midnight. As well, he co-hosts The Garden Show with garden expert Charlie Dobbin, Saturday mornings 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., both on Zoomer Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Dean Holland.
Well, hello, welcome. This is an exciting evening. Welcome to the third Hawk's Nest. Yeah, presented by the Saugeen Economic Development Corporation and the Bruce County Futures Development Corporation. Okay, so to begin with, I would like to give a warm welcome to, and please join me, to Owen Sound's Mayor, Mr. Ian Boddy, ladies and gentlemen.
Great, thanks, Dean. Bringing greetings from the city and saying welcome to this event coming to Owen Sound. This is great. The city, we've got a strategic plan. We've got a cornerstone of it, or a pillar for prosperous city, where we try to support new businesses, young entrepreneurs, creative thinkers, and help grow our economy. Except, of course, it starts at the bottom and works its way up. Very proud in 2022, we gave out 55 new business licenses to new owners or new developers. We're at 22 already this year. I want to thank and I've got to read this, I don't mess this up, the Bruce Community Futures Development Corporation, a federal economic development agency for Southern Ontario, and Saugeen Economic Development Corporation for all that they do supporting young entrepreneurs throughout our region and helping them find financing, etc. Also, if you're starting a new business, please look up at Grey County to the Business Enterprise Center and all the support that they give up at the Sydenham campus. So thanks to the Hawks that are going to be attending. Congratulations to everyone that's going to be presenting tonight. And may everyone have a really prosperous coming months and years. So thank you. Have a great night.
Great. Thanks, Mayor Bonnie. Okay, I'm just going to take a few minutes just to say a few things. This is the second time I've been able to host the Hawk's Nest. And after spending some time with the Hawks last night, who I will be introducing you to in just a few moments, and then meeting the contestants, the entrepreneurs who are joining us tonight as well, the one theme that runs through the people that you're going to be on stage here tonight, including myself, is passion. All of these people, we all have passion for something. And for me, my passion started years ago in the entertainment field. I started off with a love of radio. I developed a love for stage in high school and have done that now professionally for about 30 years. And about, less than a decade ago, I got the idea to combine those two worlds and create a radio show about the music that I fell in love with in my mid-20s, the music of the Great American Songbook. And I had the benefit of meeting and taking advice from people like the Hawks that we're going to meet tonight. It is so valuable. It was certainly so valuable to me. I picked up knowledge from people whose expertise was in branding, who helped me with the name of my product, who helped me to figure out how to build my product, helped fine-tune it. And so honestly, aside from the money, which is also a very important component to this, which is, we're going to be giving out money tonight here, but also the Hawks are going to be instrumental in mentoring these entrepreneurs as well, which is a huge, huge thing. Now, the other thing that came to mind is that I know the entrepreneurs are a little bit nervous backstage because they're coming out here in front of all of you, something that I've been doing for a lot of years. It's kind of like an audition. I felt it was very reminiscent of standing up on the stage, and there's usually a desk back there. You can't see anybody, but they're out there, and you've got to do your best. And it started, I got to thinking about my very first audition for musical theater when I was 18. And I ran down to my music store. I was auditioning for a musical called Andy Get Your Gun. And I sang, "There's no business like show business, like no business I know." You all know the song, Irving Berlin. So on my drive home last night, And on the way here, I decided that I would rewrite Berlin's lyrics just a little bit to do with what we're doing here tonight. Okay? There's no business like this business that helps new business grow. Maybe you've a really great idea. Maybe you've got passion, drive, and zest. On this stage, the Hawks will want to see ya, and then decide the ones they like the best. There are no him and hers, quite like entrepreneurs. They're the reason we're here, don't you know? So get yourself all ready for a night that's packed with pitches, questions, and answers back. I should finish up before I get the sack. Let's go on with the show. Let's go on with the show. And with that, let's learn a little bit more about the Hawk's Nest.
The Hawk's Nest is a Dragon's Den-inspired competition for new and existing businesses in Grey, Bruce, Wellington-North, Minto, and the city of Owen Sound. Participants pitch their business ideas in an attempt to secure financial funding from local angel investors we call the Hawks. This event has been in the planning for over a year, with entrepreneurs from all over participating in business plan training sessions. Multiple entrepreneurs made submissions to the Hawk's Nest and completed an interview, gaining valuable feedback and business advice. Then 6 finalists and 1 youth were chosen and received expert pitch preparation training while preparing for tonight's show.
Okay, our corporate sponsors for tonight's event are Georgian College, TD Bank, Tibbs Management Inc., and Meridian Credit Union. Let's give them a big round of applause. And this year, there was added a new sponsorship category, the partner level. And we'd like to acknowledge the partner sponsors: the Municipality of West Grey, the Municipality of Brockton, Municipality of Wellington-North, Bruce County, Grey County, the Town of Minto, Municipality of South Bruce, and the Town of Hanover. Let's give them a round of applause. Yes, indeed, their support to the entrepreneurs in this area shows their commitment to our local businesses. Now, let's hear from our first corporate sponsor, Georgian College.
At Georgian College, we're here for you every step of the way, with services, systems, and tech to support you.
Open my GC life.
While always keeping it human. Well, most of the time. You choose when, where, and how you learn best, ensuring you build the skill you need. No matter what your goals, this is a place where you belong. Expect more. Get an education that works as hard as you do. Experience Georgian.
And now it's time for the excitement that you've all been waiting for, the reason that you are all here. Tonight, the final 7 entrepreneurs will pitch their business ideas to our 6 angel investors, or as we call them, the Hawks. Now, each Hawk has committed to invest a minimum of $5,000 to one or more of the entrepreneurs tonight. And if you add that up, there is a minimum of $30,000 on the stage up for grabs this evening. Yeah. Additionally, you have a role to play as well. At intermission, you'll have the chance to cast your vote for the People's Choice Award, which will be presented after the Hawks have made their investments. And just before I introduce the Hawks, let's quickly review the rules.
Each of tonight's entrepreneurs will be on stage for 8 minutes, 3 minutes to make their pitch, and 5 minutes for questions from the Hawks. At the 2.5-minute mark, we'll hear a sound prompt, which will remind the contestants they have 30 seconds left, and then they'll hear this when their time is up. Then it's over to the Hawks for questions, and again we'll hear our sound prompt at the 4.5-minute mark to remind the Hawks that they have 30 seconds left. Once we've heard all of the pitches, there will be an intermission to give us a chance to consider the relative merits of each presentation. During intermission, you will have a chance to vote for the People's Choice Award. During the second half of the show, your votes will be tabulated and the results will be announced after the Hawks have made their investments.
Another one of my skills, ventriloquism. You did not see my lips move during any of that. There we are. Okay, so let's get the show going. Here is our first Hawk, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, hi there. I'm Tony Solecki. I'm the president at Caframo here in near Wyerton. Caframo is a designer and manufacturer of laboratory equipment, accessories for your boat or for your wood stove, and some other new and exciting products coming down the pipe soon. I became a hawk when the first Hawk's Nest was announced because I'm a bit of an entrepreneur myself, and because I've watched other people start small businesses, and I thought, you know, I could help. I could help them get started, and I could help them grow their business. For any business to be successful, I think it's critically important that you understand who your consumer is, who's buying your product, whatever it is, product or service, what problem you're solving for them. It's not about you, it's always about them. You get that right, the rest just follows. I'm not a real dollars-oriented investor, I'm a value-oriented investor. So when you come out to talk to me, I've got to hear your story. The money has to work as well, of course, but it's mostly about the story.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Solecki. How are you? Good. I couldn't help but notice, it looks like you manage a lot of people. Yes. So that is obviously part of being an entrepreneur, potentially. So,
Absolutely.
is there some advice that you could think of right off the hop that you would give to somebody who's going to manage people?
You got to put yourself in the shoes of the other people. It's not about you, it's about them.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you for being with us tonight. Okay, cheers. Okay. Now for hawk number 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, my name is Craig Beck, and I'm the dealer principal of the Beck Auto Group, which incorporates Owen Sound Chrysler, Port Elgin Chrysler, Kincardine Chrysler, and Montgomery Ford and Kincardine and Lucknow. I didn't grow up in this business at all. In fact, my dad was a factory worker back home in Fergus. My mom was a stay-at-home babysitter. I just became interested in the car business through some of the clients that I worked with, and I had an opportunity to join it, and it's been a fun and enjoyable ride ever since joining the car business. A good friend of mine was a former contestant on the Hawk's Nest and has done very well. And I believe in supporting our community and supporting people who are trying to get involved and trying to be entrepreneurs. I think entrepreneurs are the backbone of our society, of our economy. I think I like to see the contestants speak authentically. Also, to have a good understanding of what they're trying to present. I know it can be nerve-wracking talking to a bunch of people in front of a bunch of people. We'll understand that. But just know your numbers, know your business, and speak authentically and with passion, and that'll all come through.
Welcome, Craig Beck. How are you this evening, Greg?
Fantastic. Happy to be here.
We're happy you're here. We chatted briefly yesterday. You told me, and I think you said in the video, your background is not cars. That was something you found on your own.
That's right, yeah. I would actually started in public accounting. I don't have my designation, no. But one of my clients was in the car business, and they invited me into it, and it's been a fun and enjoyable ride ever since.
And the passion.
It's been an evolving passion. It's fantastic.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, our third hawk.
Hi there, I'm Rhonda Kirk, and I operate Home Decor and More by Rhonda Kirk in Owen Sound, Collingwood and Alliston. Home Decor and More is simply that. We sell all sorts of home furnishings. We do liquidation. We also do staging, design, all sorts of stuff. We sell everything. I decided to become a hawk because I started my business in 2015 after being in healthcare for years and years and years. And without the support of people that were mentoring me, I probably wouldn't be here. And I'm just so blessed to have this opportunity to pass on some of my skill and knowledge. What I'll be looking for when I'm judging this contest is somebody that has the grit and the grace to actually succeed. You can tell by a person's personality, their strengths, you can tell all of that. So I'll be looking for that, as well as, an intriguing idea of what their business plan is.
Please welcome Rhonda Kirk. No, that's great, thanks. You mentioned, is it grit and grace? Yeah, could you maybe just expand on that a tiny bit for me?
Well, grace is just,
the ability to be passionate about what you do, but also have a lot of dedication to it and be professional.
Right.
And grit is just, you just got to get in there and do it. So,
The
yeah.
dirty end of things.
The dirty end. Yeah.
And you, another thing that's worth mentioning, you made your switch a little bit later in life, right? You had a career, so it's never too late.
No, you can do anything. Yeah.
Fabulous. Great to have you with us. Thanks, Rhonda. Okay, time to meet hawk number 4.
Hi, I'm Howard Scher. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Quality Engineered Homes. Quality Homes has been building custom modular homes across Ontario for 35 years now, over 4,000 homes built. And we specialize in looking after our customers' housing needs, one home at a time, with a on-budget, on-time, on-specification offering. I'm really pleased to be involved in Hawk's Nest. Nurturing young talent and entrepreneurial spirit is something I hold very dearly, giving back to the community. I was very fortunate to have some good mentoring and experiences, mostly here at Quality Homes. And I'd love to see our young entrepreneurs succeed and have the backing and the resources and the experience of people like myself who've been through the process. I'm going to be looking for a lot of passion, very, very keen focus on the why of what our contestants are doing, and also to always know their customers, their offerings, and their costs.
Please welcome Howard Scher. Good to see you.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Okay, Howard, you told me yesterday that you, when you emigrated from South Africa, you said you came here for a job opportunity, which then was not there a month after you arrived. But still, you found passion and you found a direction.
Yeah, I think the lessons that are learned during hard times are way more valuable than when it's easy. That's the time we grow our characters, we get creative, and I'm sure our contestants tonight are going to show us lots of that.
Excellent. Well, thank you for being here with us. Okay, thank you. Okay, 2 more hawks to go. Here's number 5.
Well, hello, I'm Ed Bosman, and Bosman Homefront is here to enhance your outdoor experience and to bring life outdoors. We provide gathering places for family and friends to come together for entertainment, like a gazebo or a pergola or a pavilion for shade, protection of a sunroom to keep the mosquitoes out and the wind, a shed to store stuff in, or a garage to park in. Our business is about people, and it's people that bring meaning to our lives, and it's people that bring meaning to our business. We really like entrepreneurship, and it's good for business, it's good for the economy, it's good for the community. So I think that I want to see everyone do their best and be their best. Well, of course, I'm looking for a good business model and a good idea, but everyone needs not only a good idea, you have to have the step-by-step plan on how to get there. You have to be enthusiastic about your business, but also very much committed to your business, and promote the idea and articulate it well.
Ed Bosman, ladies and gentlemen. How are you?
Very well.
Good. Now, I recall yesterday when we were chatting, farming was sort of one of your initial backgrounds, but then you always liked working with wood, you said. So that was this came out of a passion that you had early on.
It did, very much so, yes. And from that, of course, serving the customer and giving them what they want to enhance their outdoor experience. I think you heard it all. People, passion, purpose.
So a great blend of taking something that you love and where there's a need.
You got it.
Okay, great. Thank you for joining us tonight. Fabulous. Thanks. Okay, and now for our 6th and final hawk this evening.
Hi, I am Amanda Farrah-Walsh, and I am the VP of Sales and Customer Experience here at Miller Insurance Brokers. We are a regional insurance brokerage. We've been around for almost 125 years, and we have 8 offices in the Grey-Bruce counties. I used to work for Bruce CFDC, so I am quite familiar with community economic development and the small business loans and the great work that Community Futures Development offices do in the area. And actually, Barb Fisher called up and said, I think this would be a great fit for you. You know risk management, you know marketing, you know business, and your offices are in the exact same territories that we serve too. So it seemed like a perfect partnership. We'll be looking for somebody with a similar kind of philosophy. So somebody that wants to play a part in the community, something that is unique and different, and an opportunity to grow. So whether it's a new business or an existing business, yeah, something exciting that we can grow with.
Okay, Amanda Farrell-Walsh, ladies and gents. Amanda, how are you?
Great.
You don't look too excited to be here.
I'm so excited to be here.
Great. Now, it seems to me that you sort of branched out from something you were already doing. You kind of made it your own. Is that right?
Yeah, my experience with insurance is no one ever grows up wanting to be in insurance. So we've all kind of found our way through other paths. So, yeah.
But you make insurance seem exciting.
Okay, it is. But yeah, it's not as dull as people think.
Fabulous. Well,
Yeah.
you make it so not dull. So there you go.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, wait. Good game. Good game.
Okay, Hawks. So here we are, all with very different backgrounds. You're excited?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you got predetermined questions, or are you going to kind of just see how the evening goes? Oh, there we go.
I got a whole book of back.
We have books.
British
Excellent.
Sure.
Yeah. I think you would agree, as I was talking about when I first came out here, that a common theme certainly is you got to have passion, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who wants to chime in? Who wants to talk about passion just for a second?
Well, at the end of the day, you've got to differentiate. And, that takes energy, takes effort, takes grit. So if you don't have that core delight, you're going to lose out. It's difficult to keep motivated day in and day out if you're not passionate.
Right, because Ed, you're going to have no's along the way, right?
You got it. There's a lot of challenges. There's a saying that you have to live like nobody else for the first 20 years so that you can live like nobody else. But you have to be so committed to the business because there's going to be a lot of hurdles, a lot of hardships along the way. But you got to just, like they talked about the grit, you got to keep going.
Great. Okay. Well, again, we are very, very pleased to have you with us. I know that, again, beyond the monetary portion of it, a good portion of this is the mentoring. And I think that you all find examples of people. I think in every one of those videos, you talked about the fact that mentoring has been a big part of your success. I think, Craig, would you like to just...
Oh, absolutely. Without mentorship, it's hard to get started. It's hard to find your way. We've all made the mistakes already. We're willing to help out people who are willing to get on the same journey. So.
Okay, great. Well, again, on behalf of everyone here, thank you so much for being here. Let's give them all a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and before we start introducing our 7 entrepreneurs, let's hear from our second corporate sponsor, TD Bank. Okay, this is exciting because this microphone here means that we're about to start bringing out our entrepreneurs. Our Hawks are ready. Okay, and so we are going to, I think that's we understand the rules. Again, just to reiterate, they're going to have 3 minutes. They're going to get warning signals, and then we're going to shift over to some questions. Okay, there we are. So let's meet our first of our 7 entrepreneurs, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, I'm Olivia Slosher. My business is Mutts About You, so I take a lot of butcher shop scrap waste and dehydrate it for dog treats. So I actually have a dog and she has a lot of allergies, so I started making some treats that were single ingredient, didn't have any additives, and then I started doing it and I was like, you know what, maybe I can make a business out of it. I was just going to sell to some local people, and then as it grew, it just started to really grow. So then when I fully went into this full time, my dad's like, you should do Hawks Nest. I know they do it, they can get some good money. And it's not even just about the money, it's also the education piece that they'll help me, they'll know what to do in this local area as well, try to get my name out there and try to be above the competition. So I'm actually hoping just for some financial stability, just so I can get some larger equipment, more dehydrators, more freezers, because of course those aren't cheap. So with me, I currently have 5 chest freezers full of raw product. But of course, I just have so many different products that I'm running out of space. And I have 4 dehydrators, but obviously not enough to keep up with the demand, especially when I do a lot of shows. It's constantly, they're on 24/7 and I still don't have enough space for it.
Olivia Schlosser, ladies and gentlemen. How are you?
Good.
Good.
I'm doing good, I hope.
Who?
She
Yeah,
behaves.
yeah. Who have we got here with you?
This is Petunia.
Petunia.
So she came all the way from the big city in Toronto.
Nice. And Petunia is very excited. She's very excited about being here. How are you, Petunia? Oh, good girl. There you are. Look at that. Aren't you the prettiest thing? There we are. Okay.
Okay.
You're all ready to go?
I think so.
Okay.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Have fun.
Okay.
Here we go.
Perfect. Introducing the ultimate tail-wagging investment opportunity. Ontario-made single-ingredient dog treats. Picture this. A delicious, healthy, and completely natural treat that leaves dogs begging for more, while giving pet owners a peace of mind. With a unique approach and commitment to quality, I am unleashing a power of simplicity in the pet treat industry. Welcome to my company, Mutts About You. Did you know that over 90% of treats in a traditional pet store contain unnecessary fillers, additives, dyes, and preservatives? Well, guess how much Mutts About You has? Completely zero. All of my products are locally sourced scrap waste that would otherwise be thrown out and wasted. I am currently operating through my website at trade shows, selling to wholesalers, as well as a retail location coming to Hanover in June. I use a special dehydration process to turn the raw meat scraps into delicious treats that even the pickiest pet will enjoy. Upwards of 65% of the butchered animal isn't for human consumption and is discarded. However, I can proudly say that I use 45% of that waste. You might be thinking, how am I different from all the 100 other companies out there? Well, what makes me different is I only use scrap parts and I don't kill any animals for my treats. I also try to use as much of the animal as I can between heads, feet, hides, organs, and everything in the middle. Another huge difference between myself and other companies is my incentive to limit single-use plastic. Only a select handful of my products come bagged, as my whole business mission is to reduce waste, so why would I create more? Lastly, another amazing unique thing I offer is the number of proteins which I have, which is 9, by the way. And the best part is, a ton of my products have the fur on them, which is actually a natural dewormer and a great source of fiber. All of my products are 100% edible and safe for dogs, cats, ferret, and even if you're feeling adventurous. My treats are great for picky dogs, senior dogs, and dogs with allergies. I started this business myself, and over a year later, I'm still a one-woman show from owner, website designer, delivery driver, and everything in between. Over the last year, I've used over 12,000 pounds of scraps from butcher shops, local farmers, and even hunters, all which are sourced from all over Ontario. I expect to increase my last year's revenue by over 170% by the end of the year. Moving forward, I am set to open a retail location which will provide the local community with 5 jobs, extra convenience for finding healthy and affordable treats. I'm standing here today asking for $40,000, which would help my business grow rapidly. This money would be put towards retail store equipment like dehydrators, more freezers, signage, and a trailer that would be beneficial for trade shows. Please join me in saving scrap waste while making affordable yet delicious treats with Mutts About You. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh boy, am I glad I got the lamb leg. Not
I got
this.
snout.
Well, chicken leg.
Oh.
So, Hawks, we'll start you have 5 minutes now to ask questions. Okay, so whoever wants to start, we're going to start the clock now. Dive in.
I'll start.
Yeah.
Olivia, I got to tell you, I got a golden retriever who has turned out to be really allergic to we don't know what.
Yeah.
And so as we're trying to do an exclusion diet, we were looking for single ingredient products at the local pet food store.
Of course.
And they were just really hard to find.
Yeah,
I think you are onto something.
Yeah, and that's what I did. Like, my sister's dog's allergic to chicken and is not good. My other sister's dog can't have hardly anything. So it's nice, especially with certain proteins, I offer frog legs and bison and stuff. So it definitely helps those dogs with allergies. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. One of the things that I had a question actually that I wrote down, and I really sensed it here, was I never knew a cow's ear was so furry. You walk into a butcher shop and you see, the bones and stuff that are there available, they're smoked or whatever. How do you help your customers get over that initial maybe taken aback by the look and feel?
So definitely at some shows, like you said, some people are definitely taken back, but once they hear all the benefits compared to it's not chemically done, the fur is a natural dewormer, great source of fiber, it definitely can be a lot to look at originally, but once they hear that it's actually better for their dog, they're more intrigued and they just want to do the best for their dog.
Okay. You mentioned online sales?
Yes.
No problem with shipping?
No, actually, so I do a flat rate shipping fee, but for the most part, my order's over $100, so it's not like it dips into anything for me. So yeah, shipping's always one of those things for a Canadian small business, but yeah.
I looked at your business model and your cash flow is a little bit upside down. So I'm going to give you a saying because I really like what's going on here. You have a great business and a great thought. The saying is, sales are vanity, profits are sanity, but cash flow is reality. And I think if you get that right, you're going to get a lot of interest from the Hawks over here. Very well done.
Thank you.
Where do you primarily advertise? Are you doing Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah, so I'm large on social media, so Instagram for sure. I think I have over 3,000 followers. And then another big advertisement is the Canadian Pet Expo in Toronto 3 times a year. So there's like 35,000 people that come to it. So it's really good to connect to consumers as well as businesses. I have people that are like, I want you in my store and stuff like that. So I actually don't really spend much on advertising, which is nice. I find it's one of those things that once people start posting it, resharing on Instagram and Facebook, people are like, oh, I should try that. And
have you ever thought about doing giveaways to?
Yeah, I've done some giveaways and they've turned really
Does it help your?
Yeah, because you gain followers and you gain likes and stuff like that, so your social media presence definitely goes up.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, so that looks like very interesting. How do you get over, let's say, okay, the dog chews on it for a little while, leaves it in the backyard, now the kids, the neighbor kids come to visit, some city kids, and maybe they're only going to try to chew on it a little bit, but how do you deal with that? On the farm, if something like this was laying around, that's a problem.
Of course, yeah. Again, it's just one of those things that I think, especially with the new trends nowadays with dogs, it's becoming more normal. People want the single ingredient things that look like animals. You go to a pet store and you buy this and this, and you're like, I don't even know what this is. So I find that's definitely helping. And actually, a majority of my customers are actually from the city, which shocks me because I always worry that they'd be like, what is this? So yeah, it's been good.
Well, I'm a meatitarian as well, so I can understand the dog's limits.
Yeah, but that was my concern almost with it as well, was it's pretty literal what you've got going on. And so, yeah, how do you package that and market that? But it sounds like...
So actually, yeah, like I said, like most of my packaging, I don't package it because I don't want to create more waste because my whole business is not wasting. So basically, if I sell it to a consumer and stuff like that, it's packaged just in a box just like that, and they know what they're getting, and they like it because I also try to reuse boxes and stuff like that because why create more waste when this business is about that? So
yeah, no, it's fantastic, and it was one of those where I read I don't kill animals to be. It's like, oh, yes, those are some stark words for some people, but it sounds like you found a market that is
like even let alone a rabbit, like how much waste goes on that. So I can use heads, organs, feet, ears, like. I try to use, the snout's actually one of my most popular. It's definitely one of those. I find people like the weirder the thing, the better it sells kind of thing. So yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, big round of applause for Olivia Schlosser and Petunia. Okie dokie. Okay, now time for our second entrepreneur, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, my name is Amy Capercioni. My business is a mobile surf shop, so we offer water safety workshops, paddleboard lessons, paddleboard delivery, and we serve Grey Bruce County. It originated from a process in my own recovery. So in 2017, I sustained a catastrophic brain injury and a neck and back injury, and paddleboarding was one of the things that kind of brought me back to being able to multitask and think cognitively. It brought me joy and creativity and all those wonderful things. What I'm looking from the Hawks is funding to begin launching a 5-year tourism strategy where I plan on launching LED paddleboard lessons and They are run 100% using renewable energy, so the funding I'm requesting will be going towards solar panel, a power bank, and the LED paddle boards and safety equipment.
Please welcome Amy Capercioni. How are you? I'm just going to raise this up a little bit for you. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good, good. And I'm going to get you to move in just a little bit closer to the mic. Yeah, just a couple inches of weight.
All right.
So how you feeling? You've had, by the looks of it, quite a journey.
It has been a journey, you're absolutely right, yeah.
And now it has brought you to the Hawk's Nest.
And now I'm here, yeah.
Okay, have fun.
Thank you. In the time it will take me to complete this pitch, a child could drown. Drowning is silent, and it happens quickly. Follow me on a brief timeline through a few of our local tragedies. Rescuer drowns in Kincardine trying to save 2 teens. 16-year-old missing after disappearing in the water at Station Beach. Body recovered from Georgian Bay. Man dead after drowning at Port Elgin Main Beach. 1 dead after vessel sinks near Owen Sound. Drowning is a leading cause of preventable death. Families with children aged 3 to 18 who want to spend time in and around the water are at risk of aquatic injury. There were 108 drownings in our Great Lakes last year. Together, we can save lives. Saugeen is Ontario's first mobile surf shop. As a social enterprise specializing in swim, sup, and safety, we have developed an adventure-based learning program that saves lives. Our mission has 2 key pillars. 1, prevent Great Lake drownings. 2, accommodate the region's growing demand for adventure tourism. Saugeen unites tourism with drowning prevention. Our competitive advantage allows us to bring a thrilling and innovative experience directly to customers at their convenience. Clients enjoy eco-friendly adventure, develop life-saving skills, and build confidence in and around the water. I am here today looking for a $30,000 investment to launch a strategy that is capable of generating $60,000 of net revenue in the first season of development. Over the next 5 years, I predict a reasonable growth rate of 12% each year. The initial investment will enhance our inventory and equipment and will support youth employment opportunities. One surf shop employs 2 to 4 summer students each season. With 250,000 lakes in Ontario, and with Canada having the most lake area out of any country in the world, there is certainly room for provincial and national expansion. So Hawks, adventure awaits. Join me on my mission to save lives. Together, we can enhance the region's tourism industry and prevent hundreds of Great Lake drownings each year. Thank you.
Okay, Hawks, we will start 5 minutes of questions right now. Who would like to go first?
Amy, I have to say, reading your business plan and everything, I was immediately drawn to your business because I enjoy stand-up paddleboarding. My daughter enjoys it. My family enjoys it. We have a cottage on Sauble Beach. And all the things that you're saying about water safety, we see it every weekend. People ripping in on their sea-doos, very close to shore, doing all the things you shouldn't be doing. From a business perspective, though, I find it kind of muddied the waters there for me a little bit, so I'm hoping you can give me some clarity. Are you here to, are you doing your business to prevent water drownings and help water safety, or are you here to make a profit for yourself and then water safety second?
It's a hybrid. It's a combination of both of those things. So ideally, I will make a sustainable profit while also preventing drownings.
Okay.
Yeah, if I could just follow, maybe you could kind of connect the dots a little bit on how the paddleboard rental then helps prevent the drownings. Because I too am drawn to that. We live in Kincardine. My husband pulled the man who tried to save his family from the, so it is also something near and dear to my heart, but I'm having a hard time understanding how you see the two going together.
I'd love to elaborate. So to start off, the business offers paddleboard rentals, lessons, group events. And so if someone is renting a paddleboard from me, I go over weather, I go over wind direction, water conditions. It's a conversation where we identify briefly what a dangerous current looks like, how they can occur, where they may occur. And in that, it's giving a foundation of knowledge for people to be able to make safe and informed decisions while using rental equipment. But where I thrive is the group sessions or the one-on-one private lessons. And I do swim lessons as well. So we're really introducing people of all ages and all ability to a foundation of knowledge that supports smart decisions in the water and water safety. So when we are doing lessons and it's one-on-one, it's an outdoor education program, and it's adventure-based learning. So it really is a hybrid between enjoying that adventure and exploring Bruce County, but also taking risks smartly.
How long do you train somebody? So if you're doing just a group lesson, how long is that training about the water safety? And do you have specific like liability insurance and all the stuff that you need for all of that?
Yes. So to start off, I'm insured by the Special Risk Insurance Company, the Special Risk Insurance Managers. It's a $2 million liability coverage. And can you repeat your other question? Sorry about that.
I just wondered, like, when you're doing the initial, say you're doing a group session, how long would that training be with those clients? Like, and how many people would you train at a time if you're doing a group session?
All right, so right now for inflatable paddleboards, we have an inventory of 8, and clients may choose from a 30-minute session or a 1-hour session. 30 minutes, half of that time is going over water safety, self-rescue, group rescue, how to recognize the signs of drowning, how to respond in an emergency, and then going over the basics of paddleboarding, proper technique, efficiency.
And do you stay around while they're doing their lesson? Are they?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So it is fully guided by myself.
Guided? Okay.
I'm a certified lifeguard and certified swiftwater and flood rescue technician, and I train annually in and out of the water. So.
Excellent.
A little bit about growing your business. And by the way, anything that involves outdoor and exercise, like, beautiful. Seasonality is a tough one. The seasons are all crazy, more than they've ever been. Have you given some thought to season, winter perhaps? I'm thinking maybe you have.
Yeah, so in the winter and fall, I focus more on life-saving skills. So I have a partnership with the Outdoor Education Center outside of Wyerton, and they work with community foundations, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Girl Guides, organizations like that. And so it's day camp itineraries, and we focus on life-saving skills. In the winter, it's how to identify hypothermia, how to treat hypothermia, top 5 rescue knots.
Okay, let's have another round of applause for Amy Capigioni. Okay, time to meet our third entrepreneur.
My name is Sharon Black. My name is Julia Downer, and my business is run alongside my mom, and we are putting together a eco-friendly resort. So the goal of the Eco Oasis is for you to be transported into luxury as well as eco-friendly accommodations. We want to have in our geodesic dome washrooms and composting toilets, showers, kitchenette. So basically you're living in a tent, but it's luxury. There's so many things you could do, even educational aspects of what it means to be eco-friendly and off-grid. So for example, solar. We're gonna have our property run on solar and most likely geothermal as well. so that it's off-grid as well. So we just want to educate along with supply luxury accommodation to people, along with building the geodesic domes to start off with, and then everything like the luxury, like the sauna parts and experiential part of the resort, we also would need funding for, right? So that's what we're looking from the Hawks, as well as their knowledge on business.
Please welcome Julia Downer and Sharon Black, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, ladies? Just want to make sure these are at good height for you and try and stay just a couple of inches away. How are you both feeling?
Great. Amazing.
Safety in numbers?
Safety in numbers.
Okay, there we are. You excited?
Very excited.
Okay, we're excited to have you here. It's all yours.
Thank you. Hello, Hawks. We are so thrilled to have this opportunity to share our dream and present to such experienced professionals. What if I asked you what luxury means to you?
I want the big house, the fancy cars. I want it all, baby.
Now, what would it mean to you to redefine luxury?
Redefine luxury? I still want it all, baby.
Julia and I are a mother-daughter team who are on a mission to redefine go big or go home. Black Forest Eco Oasis evolved during COVID when I jokingly said, I should build a commune for all my friends. We can live together, share our possessions, work, income, and pursue an unconventional lifestyle. We would have our own place, have each other to lean on for support, and grow old together. This sparked the idea of building a variety of accommodations such as geodesic domes, tiny homes, group trio pods, a tree house, and campsites. We want to create a luxury, off-grid, eco-friendly, and sustainable resort that helps decrease our carbon footprint, increase local tourism, and create an out-of-the-ordinary experience. We are looking to attract those between the ages of 25 to 35 who want to have a luxurious experience without compromising the future of our Earth. We strive to cater to those individuals who are eco-conscious, value quality, education, and community. Statistics Canada reported that $15.2 billion was spent on domestic tourism in the third quarter of 2022. We want to continue to help Canadians realize the beauty and appeal of Canada through experiential getaways. We will focus our market strategy through social media, our website, and Airbnb. Our competitors do offer luxury accommodation, however, aren't completely off-grid and eco-friendly. Between Julia and I, we have extensive experience in customer service, carpentry, and event planning. We currently have one geodesic dome on our property and plan to incorporate geothermal heating, cooling, and solar panels. Hawks, our next step are to drill a well, install a septic system, and put it in a driveway. We're asking you for $50,000 along with your guidance and resources to achieve those next steps. Please join us and help us to continue our dream of redefining the meaning of eco-friendly environment.
Okay, there we are. Okay, Hawks, and now it's your turn to ask questions. Who would like to start? Yeah, Albert.
You're coming into my space here because I have to get building permits across Ontario. We could talk about this all night. Just a quick synopsis. How are you with permitting? Do you understand the zoning? All the bureaucratic stuff that's going to have to happen for your business to even get launched?
Well, we have started the process, yes, and understand that there are some obstacles around it, for sure.
Are you using the services of a planner?
I have research services of a planner. We're not at the point right now where we've hired one. We're at the point of realizing what this project actually entails.
Great, good, because it's substantial. Good.
Yeah.
Do you own any property yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many acres?
50 acres.
50. Okay.
In your business plan, breaking down the numbers and everything. You did a great job on it, by the way. You mentioned your financing required and everything. Have you reached out to like the BDC, for example? Because the amount of money that you're asking for, this seems to be right in their wheelhouse of things.
Yeah, so our cash flow forecast has changed numerous times since we've submitted.
Yeah.
So we have brought it down to about
$150,000 to start out big right now.
Why the reduction?
We thought that we would start with one geodesic dome.
So phasing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
So that's why the numbers had come down and priorities and.
More sweat equity on our end.
For sure.
You know all about that.
Why the demographic 25 to 35?
Those are the people that are number one looking for
But
experience.
they don't have any money
That's not true. They actually have some of the highest disposable income.
because they want the great life.
Yeah. They still live at home, a lot of them, and they have actually the highest disposable income.
So it's
And I'm
the-
speaking for myself.
So it's the
honestly.
65-year-old's money that's sending the 35-year-old. Yeah, okay, I got it.
Exactly. So not only do they have the highest disposable income, they're the ones that are actually more eco-conscious,
Okay.
right, in that general aspect, and are looking for something different, right? Like I want something that I've never seen before. So that's what we're trying to create.
I think you can broaden that because I read your plan and went, I want to go there. And I am slightly more than 35.
Well, we like to hear that then.
Yeah,
Great.
we like to hear that.
And also looking for unique adventures because I have now have the ability to pay for something like that where I didn't because kids and life.
Right.
So,
Yes.
And I think 55 is the new 50, the new 30.
Yes.
Sorry, Tony?
Yeah, you're really focused on getting Canadians to experience this space. Folks that I know that are in a similar sort of situation, they get their largest number of rentals from Germany, Norway, Denmark.
Yeah, so we've done some more research on that as our business plan is progressing, for sure. We just wanted to focus on Canadians because I feel Canadians don't value how beautiful our country actually is, you know? I feel like they go elsewhere. Let's go to Cuba instead of going to Canada.
But definitely we'll be looking at that
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So what you're looking for is customers who do value what you're offering. And if Canadians don't value it, then maybe they're not the right customers.
Correct. Yes, definitely something we're working on for sure. That's nothing set in stone right now. And like I said, our business plan has evolved like crazy since the version that you've seen it at.
Are you talking about off-grid? Do you, like you're going to go into solar and you're going with the tent structure, so, you know, it's weather conditions and stuff, like would you consider a little bit more substantial buildings or, but still off the
I
grid?
know a guy.
Absolutely.
I know a couple guys actually. Yeah.
It stops here.
Oh.
Well, we did talk about tiny homes and that kind of thing, right? So, I mean, they're really hot right now and people want to experience them. Can I live in a tiny home? They kind of want to experience it before they even commit to it. So
Not only that, the trail pods are buildings. Only the geodesic domes are tents. The other options are buildings.
Okay.
Yeah.
About 20 seconds.
Why Priceville?
That's where we grew up.
yeah, this is where I grew up. Yeah, my dad still has a farm there. My property is like close to my father. It's beautiful here. And I don't think that enough people know about West Grey and this area.
In the
to be
community
honest.
and the local businesses.
Hey, Julia Downer and Sharon Black, let's give them a round of applause. Okay, let's meet our next entrepreneur.
My name is Nicole. I own Stellara in Kincardine. Stellara is an artisan shop that features handmade products from Canadian artisans. We have products ranging from home decor, sustainability products, and like lifestyle products such as like stationery and books. And on the side of all of that, I do workshops, so creative workshops. Well, I had the opportunity from working at a store in Kincardine that ended up retiring. She sold the Aislinn chalk paint, and when she announced she was retiring, I just couldn't let up the opportunity of having that brand. And at the same time, there was just like little cute store just down the road, and I went and looked at it and I fell in love. So I'm looking to expand the store. I would like to bring in a Canadian mineral paint line that's made in Toronto. I would also like to upgrade my POS system because right now it's just not working the greatest. So I would like to have a little bit more streamlined. And I'd also like to have some funding so I can create DIY workshop kits.
Nicole Ray Ireland, ladies and gentlemen. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. You came all the way from Kincardine, did you?
I sure did.
Okay, just move on in a little bit closer. Well, we're excited to have you. You're excited?
I am excited.
Okay, it's all yours.
Thank you. Imagine you're a consumer who is passionate about handmade Canadian products, supporting small businesses, and needing an outlet for your mental health. Now imagine a store that offers a selection of handmade products sourced directly from the small business owners. A store that offers creative workshops, DIY kits, and DIY craft supplies. My name is Nicole, and creative expression is what got me through and continues to support my mental health. I always found my creativity was the reason that I was able to connect with others, push me through my hardest seasons, and give myself a purpose to continue. And at the time, I knew that there weren't many places for people like me who wanted to sell their handmade creations and connect with others. So in 2018, I opened Stellara in downtown Kincardine. Stellara is an artisan shop that features handmade home decor, lifestyle products, DIY supplies, and Aislinn chalk paint, as well as vintage home decor and clothing. Our target customers are individuals who are passionate about shopping small and being creative. We address their needs by creating a safe place for their creativity and to find one-of-a-kind Canadian-made products. Stellara is a product-based business operating through a brick-and-mortar location as well as through online sales. Stellara is Kincardine's first Canadian artisan shop featuring 100+ artisans ranging from British Columbia all the way to Nova Scotia, with 60% being from Southern Ontario. With 61% of the population of Kincardine is in our average age group of 15 to 65 years old, we focus our advertising through social media, as well as through local advertising, such as in tourist guides. Since 99% of the products at Stellara are Canadian-made, with the exception of our Aislinn chalk paint and our vintage items, we notice our customers have a really big appreciation for the characteristics of our products. I opened Stellara at the age of 21 after being passionate since a child about finding the best artisan shops and best handmade markets. My mission is to continue inspiring people to explore their creativity. We are planning to increase sales by an additional 15% each year. In order to increase sales and expand Stellara, I'm looking to expand product lines such as bringing in a Canadian mineral paint, as well as creating my own line of DIY craft kits and upgrading our POS system to increase inventory efficiency, as well as hiring a website designer to help with online sales. Therefore, I'm asking for $20,000 in funding to achieve my next steps in expanding Stellara. With your support, I can continue inspiring more people through creativity, supporting small businesses, and giving back to my community by providing an outlet for their mental health. Thank you so much for your time and this opportunity.
Okay, Hawks, you've heard about Stellara. Now you have 5 minutes to ask questions.
Okay, my first question. You have over 100 artisans. How do you find room for them all in your store?
It's a great question. The store is about 500 square feet, so we are just like moving up wall space right now. And not every single artisan has like a huge variety of products. Sometimes it's just like a smaller display or like a few items that they make. So we're able to kind of fit them all in that way. We have lots of shelving units as well. Yeah.
So you started in 2018, you went through COVID with
I
a
sure
retail
did.
bricks and mortar store.
Yes.
And you're standing here talking to us.
Thank you.
So all of your artisans are on consignment?
There's a portion on consignment. So I would say about 30% of the artisans are consignment, the rest are wholesale. My consignment is 30%, so I receive 30% of the profit. They receive the 70%.
And you're purchasing the wholesale?
I am. I'm purchasing it at about 50%.
And you're doing the merchandising, the buying yourself?
Correct, yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Howard just made the comment about COVID, and absolutely congratulations. You know, I have the inside track a little bit because I know your dad and how much of a hard worker he is and his determination and everything, which is second to none. So that's no shock that you made it through with that kind of expertise coming from your family, I'll call it. With that, you know, COVID was a gut punch for all of us. The main street of Kincardin's ripped up. We talk about risk assessments in business.
Yes.
How are you going to handle that?
It's a great question. So of course it was a little nerve-wracking with the construction. So my plan this year is to do a lot more markets. So I am traveling to different markets as well as attending a market in Kincardine weekly, just to help myself be able to get customers from other streams, especially if the downtown traffic isn't going to be great. So that is my plan.
Good.
Have you started your website yet?
I have started my website. I launched it in October.
Oh, great. And you're getting some sales from that?
A little bit. I would like to get a little bit more. That would be definitely nice.
And what platform are you looking to use for your POS?
I'm looking to use Square.
Square?
Yes.
Okay.
Some expertise in the room.
What percentage is workshops versus what you actually sell?
So I offer about one workshop a week, and I would say is my lower stream of income compared to the store.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you get the Canadiana in online sales, or is it more tactile? People want to see it, touch it, feel it? Because I think there's a huge online opportunity, but the Canadiana is really important. How do you do that online?
That's a great question. I think that also I get like a lot of local traffic through my website from people that are even just from like Owen Sound or areas like that. So they are able to view the products instead of driving to Kincardine. But I definitely agree that people prefer to see it in person. So I try to add as many product pictures as I possibly can and a really good description.
Are you interested in increasing the workshops? It just feels like right now, you talked about the connection to mental health, and I think I see it in all industries. There's a great deal of burnout, and I think what you have to offer gives people an outlet to kind of work through some of that stuff. And so I'm just wondering if there's a possibility of increasing that.
I would like to increase a little bit, but that goes inside with my DIY craft kits that I would like to create. That way that if people can't visit the store or visit my workshops, they're able to take that craft kit and support themselves at home through a creative act. And it helps with their schedule too when they can't make it to my workshop schedule.
Are the workshops available online? Could they be?
They're available for booking online, but not to take online right now. I did try to do some online workshops during COVID, and it just didn't work as well as in person.
Supplies and...
It's just, getting the supplies to people was kind of the hard part.
Have you hired someone already? You're going to...
I do have a summer employee that is with me until September, so that helps me free up some time.
Yes. Sounds like you have a lot of inventory or a lot of types of inventory. How do you manage your inventory system?
It's a great question. So I try to keep on top of adding things in when they arrive and just making sure that we are making a note to customers, or I should say artisans. We try to keep up with them monthly for the monthly consignment payments and keeping them in track with what their sales reports are. So I use Square for that right now.
Okay, Nicole Ray. Oh, thank you. Okay, so we're a little over the halfway mark. Lots to consider, eh, Hux? Yeah. Okay, here we go. We're going to meet our next entrepreneur, our fifth.
Cash provides ready access to cash throughout Grey and Bruce counties through its fleet of ATMs. Located in local businesses, at fundraising and civic events, Tibbs Cash supports nonprofit and charitable organizations throughout our community. Tibbs Cash prides itself on tailoring solutions to fit their clients' needs, while building mutually beneficial relationships. Tibbs Cash is pleased to support Hawk's Nest and looks forward to the future success of each participant.
And of course, Tibbs, another one of our corporate sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and now for our fifth entrepreneur.
Hi, I am Monique Trevally, and my business is Easy to Make Breads. The name of my company is called Dildos, mainly because there's dill in all the dough, so I thought that would be a cheeky little name. They are handcrafted, artisan, internationally themed breads. I currently have 6 flavors, actually 3 that I'm currently selling, and an additional 3 will be released the end of April. They're really simple. You add 1 ingredient, no chemicals, no preservatives. For one, you add a can of beer and some butter. Another flavor we have, you add a can of soda pop, a Sprite 7-Up ginger ale. Another flavor, you add water. Simple, anyone can do them. Just being a startup company, I could use first of all some guidance, and just applying to Hawk's Nest has helped me get a business plan, which at first I had no idea where to begin. I would again love money to go towards my new marketing, the e-commerce website, attending some of these shows, some logistics of like traveling, getting to some of these shows, and just promoting it.
Monique Trevale. How are you, Monique?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I have about 5 or 6 remarks I could make running through my head.
Never gets
But I'm
old.
not going to go there. No, you go ahead. 3 minutes starts for you now.
Sounds good. Does the smell of fresh bread bring back childhood memories? Are you pressed for time but still crave that delicious goodness that grandma used to make? Now imagine that same bread served with a dollop of cheeky and a large side dish of laughter. The good news is you can have all that with my delicious bread mixes. My mixes do not require any expensive or bulky equipment such as bread machines or stand mixers. There's no kneading required, and very little to no rise time is necessary for most of the loaves. These breads require the addition of 1 or 2 liquid ingredients, things that we already have at home, such as water, milk, butter, eggs, beer, even pop to get them activated. These individually handcrafted, internationally themed artisan bread mixes all contain that delicious herb dill. There's dill in all the dough, hence my company is called Dildos. These specialized mixes come in a growing variety of flavors. They are crafted using quality Canadian ingredients, and they are curated with love. My Dildos offer a quickie solution to all your needs. Bread needs. The bread market in Canada is an $11.7 billion industry, with $4.1 billion in Ontario alone. It has grown annually by 0.8% since 2018 and is expected to rise by 1.5% this year. I want a slice of that. I attend artisan markets and trade shows. I have an online business, and my products are currently available in 5 locations, soon to be 8 locations, throughout Bruce Grey and Huron-Perth counties. I would love to see Dildos available to everyone throughout Canada and beyond. While artisan breads are readily available at supermarkets and bakeries, more and more people are wanting to take matters or batters into their own hands. They do not want to rely on others for their satisfaction. That is where my Dildos come in. My convenient and easy-to-use mixes, their unparalleled quality and superior taste, coupled with a very cheeky and catchy business name, have already seen much success. I am asking for $20,000 for ongoing business expenses, such as professional website development, the costs and fees associated with attending some high-end trade shows, such as the Women's Trade Show in Toronto and the Signature Trade Show in Ottawa, furniture and computer to operate a small home office, materials for advertising, new product development, some marketing tools, and some transportation logistics. Please help me make Dildos. Please help me allow others to enjoy the satisfaction of Dildos. Thank you.
I just can't stop smiling. I don't know why. Who would like to jump in?
I got to tell you, I was going to give you a tough time about the branding. I really was. I spoke to some people. You've just turned me 180 degrees. I think it's a lot smarter than it appeared in the plan. I think there's something here, but we've got to take you and put you at the forefront so that you can do to the market what you just did to me. And that's convert them, get them out there. And it's clever. It's not as brash as I thought it was. I was scared you're going to lose half your audience before you start. But you're not. Very well done. Very well done.
Thank you.
What stores are your breads in?
I am at Harbor Rose in Kincardine, Three Sheets Brewery in Port Elgin, Maple and Moose in Blythe, Pello's Farm Save in Walkerton, and the Lucknow Farmer Save. I also have a meeting set up with the Cook's Cupboard in Southampton and Port Elgin as well.
Perfect.
Price for one of these?
They're very competitively priced. They are $9.
Yep. And how big a loaf? Or?
You've got the German loaf.
Yes.
They made the German, the Italian, the German, the American, and I've got two varieties of the German and two of the Italian. They make a sturdy, like a loaf, a 9x5 loaf pan. There's a very sturdy, hearty loaf. They're
That would be $9 plus the can of beer plus all the other ingredients?
Yeah, for the German, it's a can of beer. The cheapest beer works great.
What's your sales volume so far?
Like price-wise?
Well,
or
for like a year annual sales.
So I've started selling online in October, and so $15,000 worth at this point of sales.
Okay.
You mentioned that you're making your creations, I'll call it, your dildos. I just wanted to say that so bad.
It's becoming much more socially acceptable.
You said you're making a community kitchen, is that right?
Yes, I rent the Point Clark Community Center. It's a health inspected facility.
Okay.
So that's where I make them.
And you also mentioned in your business plan that you wanted to expand globally.
Sure.
I love your enthusiasm. Absolutely amazing.
Everyone needs a dildo. So.
I have a friend out in the audience that's biting his tongue right now. With where you're at in this community kitchen, which is a great idea. I mean, talk about low cost. How do you expand your business out of that?
Out of that, that's a good question. I've looked into some co-packing or co-packagers. So once I hit a certain amount of volume where I can no longer keep up, in an 8-hour rental, I can produce 300 plus packages. So as my sales increase, I have to get more serious with the co-packers. The co-packers at this point require like a skid of flour and a skid of sugar and what have you. So the volume from where I'm at now to getting there, I've got a little ways to go, but I do have them in the back of my mind because it has been steadily increasing. So.
Yeah, I'm glad you're asking for funding for branding because I felt the same way, Howard. For me, go for it. Go all the way. Like I read your business plan and you kept saying wholesome. I'm like, wholesome dildo does not, like, what is she? Do you know what you are? And you obviously do, right? But the way it's packaged right now, there's so much further you can go to really amp up that kind of tongue-in-cheek. And I mean, everybody here laughed, like, right? We bought your story. So it's just a question of now making your exterior similar to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you want to hire the things that can be done in the background. I think your growth is absolutely dependent on getting the help. Flying solo is tough, and you need to move to the front of this organization and become part of the brand. Like my brand is everything for my company. We polish it every day. We're proud of it, and you need to be your own brand ambassador because anybody can. Well, with respect, anybody can do the packing, those kinds of work. So I'd like to see you have some infrastructure built beneath you as a launch pad to your success.
That would be great. And any help or guidance or advice that way would be fantastic. Thank you.
A little more than 20 seconds. We're good?
Just a quick question, if you can answer it quickly. If you expand, how much does your cost increase or decrease in terms of packaging and production?
That's what I have to find out from the co-packers, what their cost is and what it costs per package, for them to do per package. Right now, my gross margin is between 78 and 88% across the six styles.
Wish I had that.
Monique Travail, ladies and gentlemen. Well, some stiff competition on this stage. Sorry. I had to do it. Okay, and now for our sixth entrepreneur.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Osborne, and I am the founder of EcoWool Canada Inc. EcoWool is actually a 100% wool pellet manufacturer. So we take our own waste wool, we take other farmers' waste wool that are currently locally, and we manufacture them into wool pellets. They are a slow-release nitrogen fertilizer. They aerate the soil, they regulate moisture, so if you have clay soil, it can help it can help drain moisture. If you have sandy soil, it can help retain moisture, and it also is looking as though it's going to be a very good replacement for peat moss. So we are kind of at lab scale demonstration. We are able to have some capacity, but not enough capacity to be able to really scale. We'd very much like to be in local retailers, in national retailers, to have this accessible to everybody. So a lot of it is going to be, as angel investors to set up a larger facility.
Jennifer Osborne, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today, Jennifer?
I'm all right, considering.
Yeah, you excited? Yeah.
That's one way of putting it.
That's one way. So we're just going to keep you about that far away. Okay.
Sounds good.
All yours.
All right. So I'm going to tell you about an untapped resource that is actually renewable every year. This amazing material is sustainable, renewable, can replace peat, is 50% carbon, reduces water use, is a slow-release nitrogen fertilizer with no phosphorus, and has the potential to reduce the amount of chemical fertilizers being used in Canada today. And in Canada, every year, over 10 million pounds of it ends up in landfills, burned, composted, dumped, or sitting for years in barns. What I'm talking about is wool. Scarves, hats, that type of thing. But this is different wool. So hi, I'm Jennifer Osborne. I am a sheep farmer and founder of EcoWool Canada. And as a farmer, I really understood seeing my wool sit in the barn for years, not knowing what the heck to do with it. And I knew it was useful if it would be processed properly. So EcoWool Canada is actually Canada's first waste wool mill. So we are dedicating to utilizing what is classed as coarse and waste wool. So now this is something shepherds have known for centuries. But about 20 years ago, it became a really big topic of research as we all began searching for kind of chemical-free alternatives, more environmentally friendly alternatives. So over the past few months, we have begun purchasing waste wool from other farmers, and we actually do pay them more than they get currently, if they get anything. And we manufacture our flagship product of wool pellets. So when we started bringing this out, we had an incredible response from field crop farmers, from greenhouse growers, market gardeners, garden centers, and orchardists, because everybody's looking to replace something with something else renewable. So we currently sell wholesale, bulk, and do custom processing for other farms, because we've actually also had a lot of interest in farmers wanting to take their own wool to reapply it back to the land to have a fully circular system. So we also sell online. So raw wool pellets are our first product. By midsummer this year, we actually are going to be manufacturing wool powder, which is for the greenhouse and nursery trade, as well as kind of for house plants. And by the end of the year, we will be looking at creating wool weed barriers. So kind of what else to replace plastic. We're also finalizing research with several academic institutions. None of this research has been done in Canada, and some of it has not been done internationally, so it is groundbreaking.
So we actually have the capacity to process 100,000 pounds a year, but we're not there yet. So our ask is actually for $65,000 to be able to get a facility on a farm, and it's not even for manufacturing, it's actually for warehouse storage, and to have somebody, to hire people to do packing and office work.
Okay, Hawks, you've heard about eco-wool. Now the floor is yours to ask questions.
I'm going to start out. I have an agriculture background, and I know where, waste products and how I can see your problem. You have all this wool, and we're going to try to make it into, take lemonade or take a lemon and make lemonade. So how do you compete with this here and like a bag full of on the side of the road where it says, horse dung and $5, that kind of thing?
This has an NPK of 1003. Sorry, this has an NPK of 1003. We actually have had it lab tested, and surprisingly, wool internationally is very similar. So we have the lab tests already. So I couldn't tell you what it was to horse dung.
Yeah. So, okay, my turn for my favorite saying. So when you have a new product, this is a product, it's got to be good, but that's not enough. It has to be better than the competition. That's what I want to talk about, but that's not enough. The customer, the consumer has to know that it's better than the competition. What is it that the pellets are better than, like dollar for dollar?
Well, definitely better than peat. So it can replace peat in potting soil and in gardens because it actually does aerate and it retains water better than peat. It's also renewable. Sheep grow the wool every year. It has to be shorn no matter what. So it is completely sustainable. Actually, peat lands, once they are harvested, will still continue off-gassing for about 30 to 40 years. So from a carbon perspective, as a circular economy, it is a huge game changer. It also is a slow-release nitrogen fertilizer. So it takes water up, and then it will slowly release it. Sorry, I'm getting two things mixed up. It also retains water. So anybody who's ever had a tomato plant on the balcony in mid-July, they have to water 3 times a day. This helps with that. So basically wool will absorb and desorb moisture from both the air and the soil. It will regulate moisture.
So instead of spending, this retails for how much?
That retails for $25 plus HST. Unfortunately, we have to have the HST, and that will do 25 square feet of garden.
Right. So what's your margin on a bag like that?
All the margins are 50 to 60%. 50
to 60%. So you can make 100,000 pounds, kg.
We have manufacturing capacity, yes.
100. Okay. So why do you need more capacity?
It's not the manufacturing capacity. What is actually the storage and the labor capacity. So we can't store it anymore in the barn. We have raw wool in the barn. And we don't actually have a facility. And because we do plan on expanding, but we're kind of in that really weird area of we can't fulfill the orders that we'd like to fulfill because we don't want to fail them. So to kind of get to that level of a multi-location retailer, they're going to want several skids to kind of fulfill all their stores, and we don't even have anywhere to put it. But we can make it. We have everything else to do it. We have the machinery. We have everything else. We just don't actually have anywhere to kind of put it or to get the orders because we're very small. So yeah, it's literally like a facility that is insulated and warm for people to be in because our garage is not it.
How many staff would you need to hire to maintain or to fill those kind of orders if you were that busy?
At the moment, my husband and I are doing the manufacturing because that's kind of a difficult job and dangerous job to fill. So ideally, we'd like somebody to begin with 2 or 3 days a week to kind of pack and do administration. All of our orders come in on through online. So it's kind of doing an office admin plus packing as that grows. And of course, I do packing, and we actually have a full packing kind of system that works really well.
And can you build a facility on your property, your current property to?
We could. It'll just take quite a while because trying to get anything built these days is kind of a few years down the road. So to be able to have something that we can kind of bring in, that we don't have to have kind of built and foundations poured and things like that.
I'm assuming at the £100,000 capacity you're making good money. So it's a matter of getting the sales to absorb that capacity?
Actually, the sales I'm not so worried about. It's actually our ability to fulfill those sales. We've had a ton of interest from all kinds of areas. Just we have nowhere to put the pellets after we've made them.
So you have a manufacturing distribution issue, not so much a top line sales issue.
Okay, thank you.
I guess so, yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you to Jennifer Osborne. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our seventh and final entrepreneur for tonight, our youth finalist.
Hi, my name's Sierra Griffin. Hi, I'm Olivia.
I'm Cole, and our business is Griffin Sweet Sensation.
So we create a selection of different baked goods. So right now we specialize in cookies, brownies, blondies, and mini cakes.
How much baking do you do in a week now?
Oh, tons. Depending on the amount of orders. So if it's around a holiday, we could do lots of baking from 7 till past 12 at night. We're currently at 2 cafes supplying them with a weekly order. I think Hawk's Nest is a great opportunity for lots of businesses because we can expand our business.
We'll be asking the Hawks for $10,000 to get more equipment.
So the equipment will be like cooling trays, an oven, a new fridge, and all of these will help like different aspects of like growing our business.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Please welcome Olivia, Sierra, and Cole Griffin. How you doing? So we need to keep you about 2 inches away from the mic. Yeah, don't be afraid of that. We want to hear you. There we go. Okay, so you come on down a little bit. And that one seems to be pretty good for you guys. Okay, so how you feeling? Are you less nervous now? No? You know what? You guys are passionate about it. It'll be great. They're all yours.
All right. Good evening, Hawks, and our amazing audience.
I'm Olivia.
I'm Sierra.
And I'm Cole.
And we are
Griffin
Sweet
Sweet
Sensations. Ever since we were younger, we have enjoyed being in the kitchen together.
Well,
Okay, we enjoy doing it most times. Sierra and I enjoy baking, while Cole enjoys being a taste tester.
much better.
Now that that's settled, let us take you back to your childhood, when times were simple and food was homemade with love and quality ingredients. A time when your biggest worries were solved with a hug and a freshly baked sweet.
We are an established business and currently specialize in cookies, brownies, blondies, and mini cakes. Each is baked using time-tested recipes consisting of high-quality ingredients, outstanding flavor profiles, and attention to every detail.
We consistently test new recipes, keep up to date on new techniques and trends in the market. We also try our best to source the freshest local ingredients whenever it is possible. Growing up with a chef father and a mother who worked alongside him, we learned the value of quality, consistency, and hard work, all of which are key ingredients to a successful venture.
We create bi-weekly menus that are updated regularly to the public through social media and our website, as well as supply 2 cafes with our sensational sweets.
Currently, our target customers are parents looking to cater events such as holidays or birthdays, along with weddings and funerals. We will also be focusing on anyone with a sweet tooth and impeccable taste. Unlike our competitors, we have decided to leave behind the unnecessary ingredients such as flavor enhancers, preservatives, and low-cost, low-quality shortcuts.
In addition to our commitment to quality, we're also committed to our community. Even before our business started, all 3 of us were passionate about giving back.
Since starting our business last March, we have been able to raise money at events and pop-ups to donate to local charities. To date, we have raised money for the Kincardine Legion Poppy Fund, the Kincardine Skate Park, prostate cancer, as well as donated our products to the first responders and hospital to give thanks for all that they do.
In our first year of business, we made close to $8,000 in total sales. In the past 3 months, we are already on track to surpassing last year's revenue.
To continue to progress at this rate, we are looking for an investment of $28,000 to help us purchase the necessary equipment that will enable us to increase production while maintaining the quality of our products. As of right now, we are currently baking our cookies in a conventional oven leaving us to only cook one tray of cookies at a time, as well as rotate it halfway through the cooking time so that it cooks evenly.
The investment would also help fund a sheet pan rack with a cover, an oven, a fridge to be able to expand our product selection, a square pay cash register, an enclosed trailer for transportation of goods, as well as using it as portable sales booth along with other items that would make the baking process economical and efficient.
We know that we are still young, but we do believe that anything is possible if it is your passion. We have high ambitions of one day opening a bakery. So, Hawks, join us in making Bruce County and beyond a sweeter place, one sensational bite at a time.
Okay, it's a 3-to-6 ratio. It's all yours. You got 5 minutes. Who's up first? Oh, right, we have some treats.
Oh, here we go.
Right in there. Okay. There we are. Who wants the rest? Ed?
Love the passion, love the entrepreneurship, and everything that you just said. That was great.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Amazing presentation, by the way. I wish I could speak as well as you guys did at your age, like unreal. I got a whole host of questions, and I know other people do too, so I'm going to try and keep it pointed here. You're asking for $28,000. What if you don't get the $28,000?
We'll continue to work hard and we'll get there just slower without the amount of money.
A practical question, I think. You're pretty much now a commercial kitchen. Are you licensed and inspected and all that?
So we are baking out of our home kitchen, which has been inspected by public health.
Okay. And once you get the big range and all that, that'll be still done at home? Same situation?
Yeah, but we hope to eventually open a bakery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I could see that.
And bake
How do you-
card? Sorry. Go ahead.
Nope.
No, go ahead.
How do you manage your time? You got school, you got, so if this thing does blow bigger, where are you going to allocate that extra time?
We're not sure. Honestly, we're really passionate about baking, and we hope that this is something that we can do long term. Yeah.
I think that's going to be a challenge. You guys are going to be successful. I have absolutely no doubt. We've got to figure out how to help you grow in a way that makes sense to where you are today and where you're going to be tomorrow. That's going to be your success is going to be your most dangerous thing, and you're going to have it. So we've got to figure this out. It's remarkable.
Yeah. Do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 17.
I'm 15.
And I'm 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Your packaging is beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Inspiration for recipes. Dad's a chef, I know. So where do you get your passion and your inspiration for new and exciting treats?
Some of our recipes are from like generations down, so my grandma's and everything. And we also do recipe development, so we search online and everything.
Amazing.
I really love your, sorry.
Go ahead.
I really love your whole branding message about trying to keep the flavor enhancers out and everything. I love that wholesome idea and that background of your grandmother's recipe is near and dear to my heart on many things, so that's good.
I saw in your business plan you were talking about expanding into coffees and smoothies. Do you want to get away from your core? I mean, I know they're good ancillary things, but talk to me as to the rationale as to why. I know they work together, but how are you going to handle the extra load now of coffee, smoothies, and sort of the extras?
So that would be something that we would look into when we do open a business. So right now we're just focusing on like the baked goods. Yeah.
Good answer.
Thank you.
So this goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyhow. So there's no high fructose corn syrup in your products? Yeah, I mean, nothing like pure sugar to actually, well, they're to keep us all happy. Yeah. Do you use maple syrup as a sweetener and other local?
We use honey and maple syrup sometimes.
Honey and maple syrup. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
In terms of you guys wanting to get a trailer and all this stuff, it's important as a entrepreneur to make sure that you have a clear plan to step through. That's a lot of things that you guys have on your plate, and which is great. Ambition's a good thing. 1 year out from now, where do you guys want to be? And then 3 years out, where do you want to be?
I'd say 1 year out, probably still baking in our home kitchen because of school. I think we'd all like to finish that off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And And in 3 years from now, we'd probably be looking forward to or being interested in buying a bakery once we're out of school.
Where's your ideal location?
Probably downtown Kincardine or surrounding it.
So you would like to stay local?
Yeah, but we wouldn't be bothered.
We wouldn't mind
with
to
expanding.
You're going to do well. We wish you well, and it's going to be great. There's going to be challenges, and I think that some of the advice here, how do you grow, and what are the next steps? Those are good things to articulate so that you can.
Yeah.
A question for you. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to, as the insurance person in the room, my job is always to take a look at a business and say, what could go wrong, right? So I would just encourage you, as well as when you're planning, what could go wrong? And then, okay, so what's my plan B? And if it's not, it doesn't always have to be insurance, but if our kitchen burned, where could I go? Do we know how we're gonna fulfill those orders? So just be looking to those things as you flush out your plan for the next year or two.
Did you have a plan B?
Okay, let's give it up for Olivia, Sierra, and Cole. John. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it takes a fair amount of gumption to get up on the stage, so let's give it up for all of our entrepreneurs who came up here on the stage tonight. And we're all feeling really sorry for you guys that got bags of cookies, I gotta tell you. So,
It's really good.
okay, so before we take our break, let's hear this quick reminder about how the People's Choice Award works.
Each member of the audience has a chance to vote for the People's Choice Award. $5 from each ticket has gone into a pot and will be awarded to the entrepreneur with the most votes. Your program for tonight has a tear-off ticket inside at page 38, labeled People's Choice. Please circle the number of the entrepreneur you wish to award the People's Choice money to. During intermission, there will be 3 boxes placed around the room. Please place your ticket into one of the boxes. Following the intermission, the tickets will be counted, and the entrepreneur with the most ballots will win the People's Choice Award.
Okay, thank you. Now, we are going to take our break now. We're going to give everybody a chance to stretch and have some refreshments. But we would like you really, if at all possible, to get those People's Choice Awards in the boxes, either one of these two or one in the lobby, in the first half of intermission. So the next 10 minutes, if you could please. And we will be back here in 20 minutes, okay? Have a great intermission.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage your host, Dean Holland.
Okay, welcome back. Did everyone have a good intermission? Yes? Everybody got their votes in? Yes? Excellent. Important detail. Okay, I am now going to bring our Hawks back in. Returning to the stage are Tony Selecki, Craig Beck, Rhonda Kirk, Howard Scher, Ed Bosman, and Amanda Farrell-Walsh. Let's give them a big round of applause.
I hope my treats are still here.
My back scratcher.
Okay, so there you go. Was it long enough? There's lots to talk about. I got the impression upstairs that it's really hard. Yeah.
It was not long enough. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, Ron.
It's a lot to talk about. Yeah, I don't feel like we need like another hour.
Amanda?
Yeah, absolutely. They all exceeded expectations, right? And so you want to do so much. Yeah, they're fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And again, we talk about, I heard the word mentoring come up a lot of times as well. Mm-hmm. So that's a big part of it for you as well. Yes, Tony?
Absolutely. Several of the groups, we thought that, way more than the money, we could offer advice and connections, and that would be far more valuable than actual cash. Mm-hmm. Cash is really important.
Cash is
what is cash? Cash is...
Cash flow is reality.
Reality.
Yes.
Reality, right. Okay. Is there something, Craig, that jumped out at you collectively as a theme with all of them that really jumped out?
I honestly was blown away by all of their speeches, all of their presentations. All of them did a phenomenal job. So a huge round of applause from them all.
Okay. Okay, so we've heard all the pitches. The Hawks have had time to think things through. Now, I want to remind everyone that each of the Hawks have committed to a minimum of $5,000 on one or more of the entrepreneurs tonight. So that means there is a minimum of $30,000 up for grabs here tonight. That deserves a round of applause. Yes. Okay. But before we hear who the Hawks want to invest in, let's hear from our fourth corporate sponsor, Meridian Credit Union.
My name is Anjum Aziz, and I'm a franchisee for Popeyes. Within a couple of years, I had 8 people working for me. I treated them like family. My loan was approved by another financial institution, and when the store was almost ready, he decided to cancel my loan. So when I went to Meridian, we got the loan approved in a week's time. Today, whatever I am, it's because of the people of St. Catharines and Meridian Credit Union.
Meridian, where banking feels good.
Okay, and now we are going to bring all of our entrepreneurs back on stage here on the stage right. Come on out, entrepreneurs. Okay, a little less stressful. Now we get to breathe. Excellent. Okay, well, you know what? Collectively, I can speak on behalf of the audience and the Hawks. We all think you did a tremendous job. So congratulations to all of you. Now, Hawks, this is our few minutes to, if you have any further questions, if you have a clarification for any of our entrepreneurs up here, this is when we do it. Let's start with you, Tony. Anybody you want to talk to?
I want to talk to all of them, but I have enough, I think, to go on right now.
Okay, fabulous. Craig?
I do have a couple of the contestants that I'd like to speak to. First off, Amy from ISUP.
Amy, okay. Yeah, right up to that mic there. Okay.
Amy, I kind of posed a question to you about, was water safety more your concern versus making profits? And you gave a great answer. I know that it was short on time, but I was just wondering if you could just clarify a little bit more for me. What's your goal here?
My goal as an entrepreneur is to make a sustainable source of revenue, and my goal as a water safety enthusiast and water rescue technician is to save lives.
Okay. Just from a business planning standpoint, I know some of us talk and everything, and the groups that you're going to do and educate and give the lessons to and everything. I can see a real opportunity there. Have you looked at partnering with any of the boutique hotels that are popping up along our coastline here?
I have reached out quite a bit. It's one of my top priorities is to create a network of organizations and local businesses that are supportive and collaborative. So I am well on my way to making an impact on the Port Elgin Main Beach. I'll be there all summer, every Saturday and Sunday until September. And other than that, I've connected with several organizations, not exactly in hospitality yet, but I have reached out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other questions for Amy? No? Okay.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
Okay, moving along to Rhonda. Any questions for anybody?
I just want to speak with the young lady about Stellara quickly.
Stellara, yeah, come on.
So we were talking about your POS system and your inventory system and keeping track of all of your people's, like all your clients' orders and all their stuff. And your website. Have you looked into Shopify at all for that?
I have not, no.
Shopify is it's just some advice. It's a really good platform for that because you can mesh it all together. Like your website can be ran right with your POS, and there's a good inventory system and everything with this. So just something to think about.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's great.
You're welcome.
Okay. Any other questions for Nicole? Nope. Okay. Howard.
2 quick questions. Sharon and Julia. You reduced your capital requirement because of phasing. Did you do some really deep analysis as to what one phase would cost? Because there's a bunch of costs that are going to have to happen upfront regardless of how you do your project. Have you researched, I don't need the answers right now, but have you researched those deeply enough? Things like geothermal are not cheap. wells, septic systems. Have you run your numbers hard on those items?
We haven't run them hard yet. We've kind of have a consultant now that is our friend that is helping us out with these numbers, that is experienced in entrepreneurial ventures. So I think moving forward, our next step is to more deeply look at what is essential to start, right? So that's why we're putting in the driveway first, the well first, and what's the last thing? Driveway, well. And septic. Sorry. Yeah, first. Yeah.
Always got to have a septic.
Always the most important one, the septic, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. And then quickly for Olivia, have you looked or have you seen any interest from any of the bigs? Do you have any interest in supplying them?
Like pet value and stuff?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, well, at least from my point of view, I don't want to be in the larger franchises. It's just their mission is not what I want. They want the cheap stuff. They want stuff overseas. They don't. It's just not. I don't shop there. I don't want my stuff in there. I feel like I actually have a good connection with my stores, and I don't want it to just be like, oh, you can find her anywhere. I do want to be kind of like an exclusive to certain stores and stuff like that.
Great answer. Thank you.
Thanks.
Ed?
I have a question for Jennifer.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing, I'd really like to take, help you solve this problem because it is there. What I'm hearing is your sales are strong. Is that yes? Would you confirm that?
We actually started manufacturing in February after having to wait months and months and months for our machinery. So we have not had a lot of sales, but the interest we've had, we would have sales, but we really feel as though we need some research first, particularly for field crop farmers. We've had numbers directly translated from kind of fertilizers, but because we don't know what it does within the field crop system or what machinery can be used. So that's what we're doing some of the trials on and getting research, because once that's there, it could be very big.
What's the time for this pellet to decompose?
It begins within 3 months.
It begins within 3 months?
Yeah. Yeah, so it will basically, what happens, it literally becomes a sludge when it gets moist, it becomes a sludge, breaks into a whole bunch of little, basically wet fluff, and takes up water, and then it slowly breaks down through the soil microbes, because soil microbes actually really like it, between the keratin and everything else.
I have lots more questions, but we'll leave it there.
Okay. Can I ask one more question?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This product that you have seems very intriguing. Do you have a patent on it, though?
No, it cannot be patented. Somebody did try, and they failed, because essentially you can't patent pelletizing, and you can't patent wool. So they're kind of out there. What actually makes us very different is we are also talking about other waste streams and how to incorporate them. There are other types of fibers and materials that can actually kind of do custom blends of pellets. So that is what we're looking at. And there are definitely some big waste streams out there that need to be dealt with.
Okay.
We thought about it, but we can't.
Good. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Amanda?
No, I'm good.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So now comes the time where it's time to invest. Okay, Humps? We will bring forward each of our entrepreneurs one by one, so you can make your investments, your comments, and of course your job is to tell us whether you're in or out in terms of support and perhaps why. Okay, so first up we will ask Olivia Schlosser to come up. She was first with her business, Mutts About You. So let's start with Tony.
Sure. I'm happy to be the first to talk. Olivia did a fine job presenting. I started with acknowledging another point in the show that knowing who your customer is and why they want your product, that you're good, better. Customers got to know you've got all that going for you. I'm in for $2,500.
Thank you.
I really like what you're doing. I think you're into a market space that you know very well, it seems like, and I had no problem reaching into a bag and touching a cow's ear, so I think you're going to get a lot of help here from some people. So for that reason, just to try and help somebody else out, I'm out. The one thing that I would just like to say to you as a mentorship thing, or mentor idea, is what Howard was saying. I've never heard that saying before, but it is very true. And you know, your cash flow, I'm concerned about your cash flow. I hope that you can watch it and manage it. And I know with Tony's help and whoever else helps out, you'll get on the right track with it.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay. Rhonda?
I really, really liked your presentation. Your puppy's so cute. But I'm out, unfortunately.
That's fine, thank you.
You're welcome.
Great presentation. Your last answer sealed it for me. So I'm going to be in for $2,000. And I'd like to offer you some mentorship as well, along with Tony. I think you're on the right track for sure.
Thank you.
Ed, over to you.
I also really like your presentation and your product, and the fact that it's 100% animal byproduct. I can maybe even help you out with some names of the abattoirs and things like that. We were at a show the other weekend, and I actually talked to well, they have 5 locations, so that's not big box store yet, right? But I talked to them about your product, and they said they're very interested in looking at it, so we can make that connection. And I'd like to give you $500.
Perfect, thank you.
I think you're amazing. You have such a strong sense of self at such a young age, and it makes me so hopeful and excited to see the next generation of female entrepreneurs. You're fantastic.
Thank you.
Having said that, I know you're going to get great expertise from the Hawks that have already committed. So I'm out, but I'm always here for you, and you know where to find me. So
thank you.
Is that what you did?
Okay. Olivia, you actually get to go back. You get to now chill backstage for a little bit. Just don't go too far, okay? Great. Okay. Next up, we have Amy and her business. Okay. Isopsagine came next. Okay, Hawks. Let's start with Craig now.
Yeah. Amy, as I mentioned before, your business plan I was really drawn to, just because you know what you're doing with the paddle boards and everything is obviously something we like to do, and I see it as a big recreation area. And I do get your connection to the whole safety aspect, and I really appreciate your honesty and your story and everything. I see your business as something that is there. I do get a sense that there's a niche market there that I think you could really tap into. And as such, what I'd like to do is offer $2,500 investment, and I'd like to also help mentor you to help transition you into the next couple of years of your business here, because I think you can really grow, and I've got some connections with paddle boards and some small businesses and hotels that I think would be right up your alley.
That's amazing. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hi there. Wonderful presentation, and I like your business plan, everything. It's just, I think you're going to get more help within this panel that might be more in tune to what you're doing and be better for you than me. So I'm sorry I'm out.
Thank you.
Howard?
Again, love the business model, fitness, health. It's fantastic. For me, it's a niche, and I think Craig and some of the others maybe would be better to help you. Your marketing, though, I think I can do something there for you. So let's talk about that on the side, because I have very good social media contacts, and I think you've got a story here that will be great on social media. So I'm going to pass on the money, but definitely not on the resources.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Ed?
For me, very honorable, saving lives, safety conscious, very, very good. You're definitely going to expand the recreational experience. That's what everybody needs. Love that part of it. It's not really my expertise, so I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll bow out, but I do want to encourage you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I have a deeply personal connection to you're wanting to save lives and water safety. So I'd like to commit $1,000, but then also we do a magazine 2 times a year to 13,000 different businesses across this area, and I'd like to feature you in a story to help get your message out, because I get a sense that you're really trying to find a way to fund your passion, which is to save lives. And so I'm happy to work with you and Craig and try to help flesh out that business plan so that we can help you tell that story and also make a living.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
And back up to you, Tony.
I love what you're doing, but I'm out.
Thank you. That's okay.
Okay. And you also can go up stage right there. Again, that was Amy Capriccioni. There we are. Okay, next we have Julia Downer and Sharon Black from Black Forest Eco Oasis. Okay, let's start with Rhonda this time. Rhonda.
Hi there.
Hi.
Love your plan. And just what you're doing, like just the outdoor recreation, all the fun stuff that I think it's fabulous. The only thing I can offer though right now is some help with social media. And I can also help with the Airbnb piece as well once you get going. We've done that as a family, we're quite versed in doing that stuff, so I could offer you some mentorship that way.
Thank you. That's great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Howard.
I have experience. You're going to need a lot of money, much more than what's collectively available here. So I think getting you to the stage where you are very fundable is what I'd like to help you do. So the heavy lifting in terms of planning, zoning, getting your cost right. Developers, the smartest developers in the world, are not good at getting their cost right. So let me help you there. Do your performers, get your suppliers lined up, do all of those things to get you to a stage where you can automatically go to a traditional lender and say, here we are with a great business plan, know your costs and everything else. And then I may want to build a couple of units for you when we're ready.
Amazing. That's awesome. Thanks.
We've got to get to
Ed.
You got a great idea, and really that's where it is. It's a good idea, and so anything that I offer will be, of course, conditional that you're going to get the building permits and actually up to that point. And I'm not sure exactly what type of structures you're going to need, so maybe between the two of us we can help you out that way, and we can give you a bit of a discount on some of those structures. And so I'm a little bit leery where I want to be as far as the investment right now. And what I want to do is I'll start with $1,000 just to kind of get you to that point. I'll also do a $1,000 loan, interest-free loan, and we'll figure out the terms on that later on. And but I really want to talk about the structures and see if we can make something work there.
Amazing. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you.
Amanda.
Yeah, I love it. I would be one of your first customers.
Done. Done. You're the first.
I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of these two. When you get your unique structures built and no one wants to insure them, you give me a call.
For sure.
We will find a home for that.
You get your pitch in every time.
I do. That's, yeah. But yeah, I love it. Can't wait to come. Can't wait to come.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tony.
About the only advice I could offer you, I already gave you about looking into the international market. I really think that there's really passionate people out there who really want this experience, but I don't have much else I can offer you. So.
No, it's great. Thank you so much. 100%.
Okay. Craig.
I love your idea. I love what you're trying to go for. I think you're in the right area. Highway 10 is always traveled by us and by the city folk, and I think it's a great stop point. I think you're right there. I think the amount of money that you're looking for is probably more suited to the BDC, and I think when Howard and Ed here help you out, I think that you guys would be set up perfectly for that. So as a result, I'm out.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes.
Great. Let's hear it for Julia Downer and Sharon Black. Okay, next up we have Nicole Ray Ireland from Stellara, and we will start with Howard.
a great presentation. Love your passion. Love the Canadiana. I'm out on the basis that I think there's other resources here. I think you're on your way. I think that you've got the basics. You've got the grit for sure, which I love. The whole COVID thing astounds me. I'm going to hook you up with a vendor though that I think is going to be phenomenal, and they are in the grief and mourning space.
Okay.
And she does it brilliantly, and I think it's a niche thing that could be very nice for you. We'll talk about it, but I'm out on the cash basis.
Sounds good. Well, thank you.
Sure.
Okay. Ed?
Echoing some of the words that he said, you are off to a good start. You have a solid business plan, and you're already running. You don't need me. Also, it's not my area of expertise, but I really want to wish you the best.
Thank you.
Amanda?
Yeah, I know your store. I've shopped your store.
Insurance.
I don't know, but and I know you've made it through tough times, and you're going through a tough time right now with the big dig. And so I'd like to offer you $2,000 to help get the point of sale and help you do some marketing and stuff to get people coming down to see you on the main street. So
thank you.
Beautiful.
Tony?
Nicole, I like independent business. I like specialty independent business. I like the localness of what you're doing. I'd like to be part of it. $2,500.
Thank you.
Greg?
Nicole, I'm going to be out from a money standpoint. We've talked, and I think Tony's doing a great thing for you. And you are so determined and driven and everything. You're going to be so successful. But from an investment standpoint, I'm out. But what I would like to do is actually meet with you in the very near future, look at some of your cost structures, and I think that there's some economies of scale that we can help you with my businesses, and just be able to take advantage of some of those discounts that are afforded to larger businesses for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And Rhonda?
Hi there. I really, really like your business plan, and the premise of your business is wonderful. It's kind of right up my alley. I'm out financially, but I would be willing to help you source some other suppliers if you need that assistance. I have lots of different connections that way, and I could help you with that if you needed it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay. Great. Nicole Ray Ireland. Okay, thank you. Okay, next up, Monique Travail, come on up. Dildos. There, I said it. We're going to start with Ed.
Amazing. You've got all the laughs over here. We had a lot of laughs backstage already. You've got a real thing going. I think you're going to get lots of support. I'm not your bread maker, but I think you're going to do really well. But I'll just stay out for now.
Okay, Amanda.
You are a cheeky little monkey, and I love it. You speak to me, and I think I can really help. I'm very excited to work with you and help you with some of the branding and the advertising and the marketing, and just help, like I say, the outside kind of match what you've got going on. And I've got $2,000 to invest as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Tony, back up to you.
I love the messaging, but I'm out.
Okay. Craig?
I love your your attitude and everything that you came out with, and your cheekiness and everything. It's just fantastic. It's actually a breath of fresh air to deal with somebody that's in business with the enthusiasm that you have. What I'm willing to do is, I think some of us touched on it when you're up, is you need to be the forefront. You need to be out there, and I think you also touched on in your business planning that you're looking for some advertising help and getting your product out there. What I would like to do is to invest $1,500.
Thank you.
And also, I'd like to work with you on some marketing and have a marketing agency help you out with that I'll help out on the cost with that with.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Rhonda.
I agree with my fellow person on the panel. Your presentation was amazing, and I do love bread. You can tell by the size of me, I love bread. So I'm going to invest $1,500.
Thank you.
And we can help. I'd like to see you grow and expand and, be able to make more, because obviously the product sells itself. So I think you have the ability to do that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And Howard.
I've got a 3-hour drive home. Time to figure out how I'm going to say I just spent $2,000 on a dildo.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Money well spent.
Okay, there we are. Minnie Crowell, thank you. Congratulations.
That was good.
Jennifer Osborne, Eco Wool Canada, Inc. There we are. Let's start off right at the end with Amanda.
I love the product. You are beyond me. There's not a lot I can do for you short of course, insurance. Just kidding. There are some risks, but again, your product and your knowledge is so in depth, and I think so intriguing. I'm not the one to help you, so I'm out.
Okay, Tony.
I read the proposal, and it was the one that stood out for me. I still feel that way. At Caframo, where I work, we have lots of logistics experience. We work with a lot of the retailers, the Canadian Tires, Tractor Supplies of the world, PV, that maybe we can give you some insights into how they behave and how to win with them, and $5,000.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Greg?
I think what you're doing is very interesting. Unfortunately, I just don't know enough about it to be able to help you out. I wish I could. I think I never knew wool was such a problem. So for that, I'm out.
Rhonda?
Excellent presentation, and I'm offering you $2,500.
Thank you.
To go towards whatever you need, but I think you can really, really expand this with like distribution center, warehouse type kind of situation, and even if you had to lease it or do something for low while you could figure it all out. I think you could really expand your business.
Thank you.
Howard?
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm in Craig's, but I don't understand the space. I definitely understand labor shortage, and I know there's some resources in the audience, actually, counties, representatives and stuff. Hopefully they can help you. Good luck. I think if I have a regret long term, it's going to be not investing here.
Okay. And Ed?
Love your presentation. I have 1,000 questions. We'll probably be asking about that. University of Guelph grants, all this kind of stuff. We have labor shortage, and we have a solution to that. It's a long-term solution. I'm going to take a chance on this, trying to make lemonade out of a lemon, and I'm going to offer $2,500.
Thank you very much.
Okay, there you go. Okay, Jennifer Osborne. And last but not least, Olivia, Sierra, Cole, Griffin, come on up. I'm going to just lower this for you. Good. Don't be afraid of the mic. Get up here. There we are. Closer. Closer. There we are. Don't be afraid of it. There you go. Don't move back. There we are. Okay, let's start back up here with Tony.
Wow, what to say. You guys are entrepreneurs from the get-go. I have so much admiration for the effort and results that you've achieved. Lots of kids put time and effort into things and don't get half of what you got out. So it's just coming natural to you. I don't have much I can add to what you're doing, so I'm not investing at this time, but I will watch for your cookies at a store near me.
Greg?
A good bakery always gets me. I love what you guys are doing. I love your enthusiasm, your passion, and the fact that you're up here together and you're not pulling each other's hair and punching each other and screaming at each other is amazing. What I would like to do is a little different than what's been proposed here. What I like to do is offer you a $1,000 loan. Okay, it's an interest-free loan, but it's going to be forgivable on this basis. I'm going to put in a standing weekly order for my dealerships, 2 in Kincardine and 1 in Port Elgin. I think the other 2 are probably a little bit too farther away, but a weekly order from you guys to put near our coffee stations for our customers and everything to enjoy, which we'll pay for, and we'll do that for 1 year. And if you guys can meet that order, then the loan's forgiven.
Awesome.
Okay?
Rhonda?
Well, I would take the standing order for the cookies too, but I'm too far away. So I'm gonna give you guys $1,000, and that will help assist you getting your stand mixer, getting towards your commercial oven or whatever you need.
Thank you.
Howard?
Is Mount Forest too far?
Just a bit. For right now, it's a bit too far.
Sure. We'll pick them up. Or you want some cookies? I'll match Craig. We'll take a standing order for our Mount Forest show homes. Can I specify a delivery day? Could I get one on a Friday for the weekend?
Sure.
Yeah? But I'm just worried about school.
Oh, no, it's okay.
So yeah, I'll match Craig. I'm not going to make the $1,000 contingent on you supplying us. I know you're going to. So also a $1,000 loan to help you supply us, and we'll give you a year's order standing for weekend cookies. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Ed?
We love you guys, everybody, and backstage too. Everybody loves your presentation, your personality, everything that you bring here. I'm not going to, give any donation at this time, but the support is there, and we're going to watch you grow. We're going to watch you succeed, and we want to just bless you people.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, just to echo the rest of the Hawks, you're fantastic. It is very encouraging to see young people taking such initiative and having such a passion, and yes, working together. And I like that you do what your sisters tell you to do, because I was telling you to, yeah, exactly. Come forward and stand here. So it's great. I want to make sure that you're able to fulfill these orders, so you never have to pay Craig back. So if you come see me about insurance, and we'll help you out with the cost of that, okay? Because there are things that you're going to need. If you want to be out in a truck and selling things, you're going to need to provide a proof of insurance in order to do that. So you come have a chat, and we'll talk about that, okay?
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Olivia, Sierra, and Cole Griffin, congratulations. Okay. And you're all holding backstage right now. An audience, wasn't that amazing? $30,000 invested just like that. And don't forget, we still have one more to go. We still have the People's Choice Awards ahead of us. And also a very, very special thank you to all of our sponsors tonight. They are all highlighted in your event program. Of course, a project like this could not be possible without their support. So let's recognize our sponsors right now with a round of applause. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, the ballots have been added up, and we are ready to announce the People's Choice Awards winner. I'm going to invite Rose Austin from the Saugeen Economic Development Corporation and Barb Fisher from Bruce Community Futures Development Corporation. Let's give them a big round of applause. There you go. Okay, and I understand there were in the neighborhood, is it 225 ballots? Is that right?
That's how many we counted.
Okay, and they were $5 a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you take it from here.
You've got the information.
Oh, well, I thought you were going to do it. So, I understand there was a tie.
There was a
Is
tie.
that right? There was a tie. Okay, so here we are. We had a tie, and we had between, so right down the, I can't believe it was like right down the middle.
It was right down the middle. It was very close between everyone, but there was a tie between two of our finalists.
Okay, so splitting that, each winner will get $565, yes?
$565.
Free advertising with Shoreline.
$500 worth.
Okay.
Each.
Each. We have Mutts About You and Sweet Sensation.
We do.
Come out on stage.
Oh, you're not.
I knew that.
Yes, so you'll be receiving that from our offices.
All right, super.
Our audience has a tooth for the savories, apparently, and the sweets. So there we are. A cookie with a little bit of nose of pig or whatever it is there. So isn't that what you had in your bag?
I had a cow snout.
Yeah, cow snout. There we are. Okay. Okay. And now I think well, first of all, we want to congratulate all the entrepreneurs for pitching tonight. Well done. And of course, we wish you all a great success with your business. Okay. Okay. Now also the presenting partners, Rose and Barb, have a token of their appreciation for our Hawks, thanking them for their invaluable support tonight as well. Okay. And yes, we really do appreciate all the time given to this, both leading up to this, you had all these business plans to look for or look through as well, and then being here last night and tonight as well. So there you go.
Thank you. Each hawk is receiving one of these.
Ooh. Very cool.
Now I feel like a hawk.
You are a hawk.
I got the one foot.
You do.
You need a hand, left hand.
There's just like a vulture from which one goes up.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Very nice. Sticker. They are. That's beautiful.
Wow, thank you.
It's gorgeous.
Very nice.
Thank you.
And now I'd like to call the Hawks Nest Project Coordinator, Laura DeMille, to the stage. If Laura could please come up here. There she is. Oh, yeah.
Laura has been with us since October, and she has done just a fantastic job. And we have a little something for her, but we couldn't bring it on stage, so it'll have to wait till she gets back to the office.
Okay, thank you.
I want to say the same. There's a large territory for one person to cover. This position is called project manager. She took over, she ran it, she did everything. I don't even know one flaw. So many, many thanks.
Thank you. Did a great job.
And you have somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You go.
So you go ahead.
Yes, I just want to say one thing. Back to the Hawks. That's a large commitment. You know, it's not all about money, it's about time. Every one of them had to read a lot in terms of business planning. They came totally prepared. We met last night for the first time in person, fully prepared, each having their own ideas. Having had two of these behind us now, Rose and I, we discovered that there are opportunities for change of opinion between last night and tonight. And we actually said, we talked about that, and we said that's a possibility. And you've seen it happen. So a lot of that comes with excellent presentations and a lot of work on the applicant's behalf. But to you, thank you very much for being there.
Yes.
We realize it's not just about time, it's about money, and that's very much appreciated, and I'm sure all of the winners tonight agree with that as well. So thank you very much.
That you put in reading the business plans, being here, and the mentorship and the advice that you will give going forward is worth more than any financial commitment. So thank you very much again. As you know, we have a youth category, and we had 2 youth applicants this year. it was a very hard choice between the youth category, the 3 siblings that you saw with Sweet Sensations, and another young man, but we had to make a decision. However, that young man is here this evening, Keegan, and Barb and I, we'd like you to come up on stage, Keegan, if you could, please. Keegan is a carpenter. Keegan is a carpenter by trade, and that's what he wants to be in the future. And he makes all types of wonderful products that he will be selling at markets this summer, correct, Keegan? And Keegan was looking to build a shed so that he didn't have to build his product in his parents' basement anymore because it was starting to bug his mom. So we'd really like to build a shed, and Keegan, Barb, and I would like to give you $500 to go towards building that shed.
I'll match that. Well, Craig Beck says he would like to match the $500.
That's awesome.
Okay, wow, that was, didn't see that one coming. No, that was good. So you got $1,000 there, Keegan. Congratulations, good for you. Okay, yeah, please.
Just one more thing. Barb and I, as you know, we're general managers of Community Future offices, and we are overseen and run by board of directors, and some of our members of our board are here. And we wouldn't be able to do this tonight without their support. So we really need to thank the members of our boards. Thank you so very much for the faith that you put in us to do this. Could you please stand? I know we can't see you, but I know if you're standing. There they are. Thank you so very much.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I think before you leave, too, it's important moving forward for people to take advantage of these situations and apply and get involved in these things. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're looking to continue with this. It has to be sustainable somehow. I'll put it that way. And we're getting closer and closer. We did lose a bit of speed during COVID because we missed a 2-year block. It's like re-educating. And I think it's proven to be as successful as any of the others, actually a bit more. So that's what we were targeting for. We've done it, and we're hopeful that we'll be at this again 2 years from now.
Great. And if anybody out there is interested in being a hawk, please also get in touch and let them know as well.
Hard shoes to fill.
They're very hard shoes to fill as well. Okay. So again, thank you to both Rose and Barb for all the work that they do as well. Okay. Okay. So just a few footnotes before closing. First of all, we want to thank, there are many others to acknowledge. They are in your event program. Please, if you know those people, reach out and thank them. We'd also like to thank Rhonda Kirk and her Home Decor and More for providing our set of furniture that works so nicely on stage today as well. So thank you for that. Okay. Yeah, they are home furnishing needs to all of Grey Bruce Simcoe with locations in Owen Sound, Hanover, Alliston, and Collingwood. Okay, thank you for doing such a great job. And we would like to bring all of our entrepreneurs back on stage again, please, so we can give you one big more round of applause. Come on out. You're all winners. There you are. Come on out, don't be shy. Come on out, they want to thank you. And you are getting a standing ovation for all your work. There you go. Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please continue to support our local businesses. Drive safely, and good night to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean.